In this video I am talking about brand new lens from Sigma, 35mm f1.4 Art DG-DN. If you are here for the first time, my name is Pav, and on this channel I talk about all things photography and video, cameras, lenses, reviews, tutorials and more. If this is something that you are interested in and you like my content, then please consider subscribing. Yes, another lens from Sigma. They are really smashing it right now, and all the new lenses coming out now, especially premium quality art lenses, are just superb, and this is no exception. Before I go into this, I must say that this lens was sent to me by Sigma UK for this review. It's on loan. However, I wasn't paid or asked by Sigma or anyone else to say anything specific about it, so it is my honest and unbiased opinion about it. There are already 3 other 35mm lenses in Sigma's lineup. This one, the Art DG HSM lens, the premium and top of the range f1.2, and the budget-friendly smaller f2 contemporary lens. There is a lot of significant changes and improvement on this lens quality-wise and also its build. This is a DG-DN lens designed specifically for mirrorless cameras, and it comes in Sony E and L mounts. No surprise, this is a premium quality lens that can truly deliver incredible results. The sharpness, even wide open, is superb. Incredibly sharp edge to edge when you close the aperture even a little bit, and way above average at f8 and smaller apertures. Beautiful colors and contrast, and very fast and quiet autofocus. Autofocusing is done all internally, the lens doesn't extend, and most of the time I had zero issues with it. Most of the time. Eye interface tracking works very well, it is very accurate, shooting wide and most of everyday stuff, all good, but small issue I had testing it when I've tried autofocusing on anything small and fairly close to me. For that, it didn't work every time, and every other time I had to quickly flick it to manual and put the focus in the right range to continue with AF. Not a huge issue, and something that you'd easily get used to, and something only appearing in 2% or less of any shooting scenario that you might find yourself in. The manual focusing is good, focus by wire as with all new DG-DN lenses, but the focus ring has got a really nice amount of resistance, and the lens communicates the correct distance with the camera and works in DMF mode. I must confess that 35mm is not my most favorite focal length, but shooting with this lens is very enjoyable as there is so much more to it than its focal length. For photography, 35mm is just not wide enough or tight enough in my personal opinion, just me. I know that it is a very popular focal length with a lot of photographers because of exactly that. It sits perfectly in the middle, and it is borderline wide, good enough for landscape or some interiors, with enough reach to be a portrait lens. For video, however, I feel completely different about 35mm. It is totally different kind of beast. Although I absolutely love 50mm lenses, they are just a bit too tight to use on a gimbal. For me anyway. 24mm very often is just too wide, especially for close stuff, and that's where 35mm is a perfect choice to get the feel of the 50mm, but seriously more manageable than 50mm, especially on the gimbal. Check this out. Just like with other new DG-DN lenses, you do get a bit of chromatic aberration, no more than with any other lens in this class, but also you do get a bit of bulging, which is only corrected by the camera if you shoot JPEG or video. When shooting raw photos, you will need to do correction manually right now, but that's easy and very straightforward to do in post. There is no sign of new Sigma lens profiles coming from Adobe yet, but they might be, who knows. Standard high-end build quality here. Again, no surprises. But if you know or even use the older, this one, DGHSM version, there are few significant design changes. You do have a standard auto manual focus switch, and that's where any similarities with the older version, and that's it. This also has got the focus hold button, which can be programmed to different functions via the camera. Manual aperture ring, which is more and more common feature on modern lenses, and something that it is very practical. Something that I use more often than the traditional aperture control via the camera, especially useful and time-saving if you are shooting at smaller apertures like f8 or smaller and want to put the lens back to f1.4. This is it. This is just instant as opposed to turning the camera's wheel several times with your finger. Yeah, just flick and you're back to f1.4. You can obviously set it to auto to control the aperture via the camera only if that's what you prefer. With the manual aperture ring, you also get the modern cons here. Click on and off switch to declick the aperture ring if needed, but also the aperture lock to lock the aperture to manual mode or auto only. This is to prevent you turning the aperture ring out of auto mode or turning it too far when in manual and engaging auto by accident. All very useful. The lens weighs 645 grams, middle ground, not exactly very heavy but not feather light either. It has 62mm filter thread, as I mentioned before, smooth and with just right amount of resistance for filmmakers focus ring, and it's all built out of hard plastic and a bit of metal. The lens is weather sealed, dust and moisture resistant, but there is no optical stabilization built in. This lens will be retailing here in UK for £799.99 or $899 in US, which makes it pretty much half price of the new Sony 35mm f1.4 GM lens. For L-mount Lumix users, there isn't much choice when it comes to 35mm. You do have other 3 Sigmas and that's about it. And well, you now have this as well. As 35mm lenses go, this is a very good value for money considering how good the performance this lens delivers, but also what the nearest competition has or hasn't got to offer in comparison to this. If you want the optimum in quality and ultra-wide aperture, then the Sigma f1.2 could be a better option for you. But with the wider aperture, the price doubles and the size and weight is significantly higher too. If you need small and more budget-friendly 35mm f2 Contemporary is a great choice, especially if you must have a lighter lens. But when it comes to overall performance and quality, this would be my #1 choice right now. Yes, there are a few other options for Sony E-mount, but apart from the new GM lens, which is twice more expensive, nothing to really compete with this in my opinion. Not price or build quality wise anyway. Conclusion, this is definitely one 35mm that will appeal to a lot of photographers and filmmakers. One that doesn't break the bank but delivers results on par with the lenses twice the price. Not a focal length for everyone, but if 24 feels too wide for you and 50mm too tight, then this is a perfect choice for a lot of different shooting styles. Not bad choice for landscape, travel and even portrait. I highly recommend it for filmmakers who need good, reliable autofocus and film a lot like me from a gimbal. This lens makes it much easier to get a variety of shots without need of a wide angle or standard prime. Very versatile focal length on all fronts. This lens really doesn't disappoint at all, and if you are thinking of getting 35mm for either photography or video work, you should check this one out. And this is it from me. I hope you liked this video and it was in any way helpful. If it was, please give me the thumbs up, and if you are not already subscribing, please consider subscribing. I am very grateful and thankful to each and every one of you who watches and likes my videos, comments on them, and to all of you who do in fact subscribe. And to celebrate us reaching 10,000 subscribers in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be going live to talk to as many of you as possible in real time, so don't miss that. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Right, I'm certainly ready. Take 1, no exception. Before go, like a pro, not a pro. Autofocusing is done. Although I absolutely love 50mm lenses, they are. Although I love the value. not quality, price, or